Yep. Wait, let me double check.
I'm here for it.
So what's your name and what do you do?
Wesley Hamilton. I'm in philanthropy.
What brought you into philanthropy?
Just understanding the human mind,
Mm-hmm.
the power it has. I want to say my willingness to explore it to help others find power in it despite their circumstances.
You know, what do you do philanthropy for?
I do it because I believe it's my purpose. I serve because it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
The way that I serve is also the way that I serve myself. So I never go away from the things I'm already passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
That helps me be able to transition into fulfilling my purpose.
That's amazing. And what's your dream?
To explore the world,
Mm-hmm.
to understand the perceptions of all cultures, especially when it comes to differences.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's crazy. I'm the exact same way where whatever I'm doing it so I'm able to explore the world. That's it. That's it. Honestly, I just want to see everything. I want to experience how people experience certain things. I can relate to you with that one.
Yeah, when you explore the world, it changes your perception. Absolutely. You can't be the same person once you travel.
Mm-hmm. When did you realize you wanted to travel the world, explore, see new things, learn about people?
I went through a stage in my life where I didn't think I was capable of anything anymore. And it was all because I lost the mobility of my legs. Nothing happened to my mind,
Mm-hmm.
my thought process, or my willingness to try. It was just the fact that I didn't have the use of my legs. I felt like everything got stripped away.
Yeah.
And through this transition that I was going through, of just like, man, this is really, I just couldn't give up. I started to look at myself in the mirror and was like, I could do anything, you know? And I know people say that and sometimes it's cliche, but I really started to believe that all things were possible. And the things I wanted to do the most was the things that everybody really swore that I couldn't do if I didn't have someone with me.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest challenge was, can I travel out the country alone in this wheelchair? And that was my motivation. That I saw myself that I was more, but to really embrace being more, I had to get myself out of my comfort zone. And I'm comfortable here.
Yeah.
But I'm not comfortable in an unknown place that I don't have no knowledge of until a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
just based on how I was raised. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's something that really changes you. You know, it'll really make you realize different things about the world or about people. And I can definitely see how that led you to wanting to travel more. Where have you been? Like, where have you traveled to?
I've been to Colombia, I've been to Panama, Jamaica, Israel.
That's one of the big ones right there, Israel.
Yeah, I did 10 days. Flew into Tel Aviv, hopped on a tour bus, and traveled up and down the West Banks, all the way to the Dead Sea.
I'm curious. I went to Greece, and I feel like that was a huge culture shock, seeing Athens and like seeing all the buildings from a rooftop and seeing how different it is from America. What was Israel like?
It was so complex because the culture there is so different. Well, first thing I learned, which was amazing, was like entrepreneurial ecosystem there is very large. And they're very big on innovation. And even though Israel is small, it has a large impact around the world.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, just technology was just really available, but it was a culture shock. I feel like to know Israel is to understand religion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going places like Bethlehem and Jerusalem. You know, you're going the River of Jordan, Sea of Galilee, like.
And these are the things you see in the Bible. That's why it's one of my bucket lists, because I'm like, this is actually what's written in what I've been going, in a place I've been going ever since I was a little kid. What was that like? Was it unbelievable?
For me, it was, I needed to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
I was more curious of the things I was taught here growing up, similar to you.
Yeah.
But it made me more willing to understand. But outside of like the understanding and the religious part, the Sea of Galilee, and they could pronounce it a little different, but that was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. I just remember the sunset and the sunrise. Like I remember waking up, we only had one day there, and the sunset was so beautiful that I just rushed to get up that morning to see the sunrise.
Wow. Imagine telling someone that. Yesterday I was just watching the sunrise at the Sea of Galilee. Like, that's a flex. Hey.
Actually, you know what? Israel's the first place I was at a hotel, man, and somebody, it was my last day there. I came downstairs, I was getting food, I ordered my latte as always, every day. And my face was on the damn latte.
Oh my God.
Man, literally, it was. And so I seen his face on the latte. They brought two.
Oh
I
my
paid
God.
no attention. The people I'm with, they're looking at it.
What you ordered?
And the guy said, like, I brought this for you to look at. I brought this for you to drink. It never caught on. It took a second. I said, hey, man, there's a face on. I said, that's my face. Oh, man. Still to this day, nobody has gave me a coffee with my face on it. So I don't care if it was just a machine that you got to pay for. It was such a, and again, hold on. I definitely kind of skeptical because I'm like, how'd they get my picture?
Yeah.
And it was an old picture. It wasn't like one of the new pictures you put on your Instagram.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna say, I didn't know, but it was very welcoming.
What's something that's happened that's been the lowest point where you had to overcome it?
The hardest challenge for me is getting out the bed.
Wow. I'm shocked because just me even thinking in the morning, getting out of the bed, I don't think about it.
Yeah.
But that's something you think about, and it's a challenge that you have. I mean, honestly, it's opening my eyes to different things.
I always tell, people see me navigate, man, and life is good, but it's like, you just don't know how long it took me to get out that bed. Sometimes I can hop out and be ready, but most days I'm there for a minute, and I have to process my day, and that's what motivates me to get out. If I was just in the bed and I didn't have a plan, it would eat me up, because it's too much work to move a body that doesn't move. You know, when you sit and people don't see your struggle. They see it, right, physically,
Yeah.
but they don't see what you have to do if you have to move a leg to the left, to the right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man,
And you're strong.
and that's the other thing. It's like, man, I go to the gym almost daily to live. It ain't even about looking good or being strong. I need strength to live because of my daily obstacles.
The strength is really mental.
Yeah.
How long have you been working out?
I started working out 3 years after my injury.
Mhm.
So 2015.
How's it changed your life?
It gave me life. It allowed me to take my pain and put it into something else. Also helped me gain strength when not only did I see the weakness, but everyone else did.
Mhm.
It motivated me and gave me the strength to navigate my life freely, even with the obstacles that I still have.
How'd you end up in a wheelchair? I'm just continuity reasons. Sorry.
I just broke up with my ex-girlfriend. I was 24, so I was still kind of in a young phase when it came to relationships.
Yeah.
So I definitely was dealing with a toxic relationship, back and forth, just whatever. It was one of those situations where, out of spite, she told me she was pregnant. So we broke up, she told me she was pregnant. I'm like, all right, I'm here for it. I'm only here for it because, I mean, if people know my story, eventually I did have a daughter, got sole custody of her, and I believe I've been an amazing father. So I just always believed that I would take care of my child, you know, no matter what the situation was. And I wasn't ready, but again, no matter the situation. So with that being said, after the breakup, there was a conversation shared that had me wanting to go stop by her house, and I did it, reach out. So in my mind, and it's been a couple years with this pregnancy on about, I was definitely like, yeah, I got a reason to go over. You know, I didn't think that I was exited out of like just popping up. We had literally just lived together. But when I got there, I arrived to my ex-girlfriend's house, and she was actually walking in the house with another guy. And in this moment, she kind of flagged me down, you know, like, nah, you can stay. I stayed. I definitely felt the need to stay. The guy never came outside though. He went on in the house. And that was exactly how it happened. He never came outside the whole time. Me and her went back and forth. We had our little arguments, and what transpired was, at that time, a persona. And I felt disrespected just as a man. I already felt disrespected of a man being in somebody's house that I literally was just dating. He was looking out the window. I pointed to him, told him come outside. Again, he never came out, In this time though, I'm still not leaving. So there's time going by. A lot of things are happening, right? So you got a lot of energy going up and down. Didn't have no gun on me. If I could fight somebody, I was gonna fight you.
Yeah.
All right? But at some point, I did feel that maybe there was something else kind of happening. Like, oh, Wes, you probably should go.
Yeah.
I ain't go though. I just called my friend over. I'm like, hey man, I ain't about to leave nowhere. I need you to come over. I need you to make sure I'm straight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when my friend came by, the guy finally came outside. And luckily my friend just, he knew who it was. They had a conversation. And really, the beef was squashed. And I was good. So I started walking back to my car, and as I was going back to the driver's side, I was shot the first time. Something told me to turn around. I think, one, I didn't know what happened. I did not know what happened. I did not know I was shot. It just seemed like time froze. Time definitely froze. It was like walking back to your car, like, all right, this is done.
Yeah. What was your mind state like when you met the person who shot you?
The day I met the person that shot me was really messed up. Prior to that, I was ready. I'm a big person on affirmations, so through my journey of healing, there was an affirmation I used to always share with myself. The man that tried to take my life gave me life. My life was so beautiful. It didn't matter what happened to me as much as the outcome had been something I don't think I would have ever experienced if it wasn't for him.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I wanted to give up. And because I was filming, there was no time to grieve. And I didn't know that that was something too.
That's a full circle moment. Have you thought about that? How full circle that is?
It was so many questions at this moment.
Yeah.
But I did. I did exactly what she told me to do. What helped me, and I hope, you know, if you ever go back and watch the episodes, you'll get this now. I prayed to my cousin that I lost.
Yeah.
I don't know why he left this day. But for him to be by my side, he must have needed to be there in spirit over in present. And I felt free.
Man, that's a big moment. Full circle on that. All right, wait.
Yeah, that is fire.